The election of Donald Trump in 2016 marked a notable chapter for Christianity in America, provoking a range of reactions among Christians and challenging the faith to examine its place within political spheres. Some believers saw Trump's presidency as a defense of traditional values, religious freedom, and biblical morals, while others struggled with reconciling certain aspects of his leadership with Christian teachings. By exploring the implications of Trump's presidency on Christianity, we can gain insight into the opportunities it provided and the challenges it introduced, helping to understand the complexities of faith and politics. Also, the recent victory of Donald Trump in the U.S. presidential election marks another pivotal moment for American Christians, especially those who see his leadership as upholding traditional Christian values, religious freedoms, and conservative ideals. Yet his return to office also brings challenges for believers who must balance political support with a commitment to biblical principles. By examining the potential opportunities and concerns his leadership presents, Christians can better navigate this complex relationship between faith and politics. The good opportunities for the Christian community. Advocacy for religious freedom. During Trump's previous presidency, policies were introduced to protect religious freedoms, which allowed people of faith to live out their beliefs openly. His appointments to the Supreme Court created a judicial landscape that many Christians felt was more favorable to religious liberties, which aligns with the biblical call to practice faith without fear. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 reassures believers saying, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." This spirit encourages Christians to live out their faith courageously and openly, even in the face of societal pressures. Trump's continued advocacy could provide a renewed sense of assurance for Christians to speak and live according to their convictions, helping them fulfill their calling to share the gospel. Renewed pro-life efforts. Trump's pro-life stance is highly resonant with the Christian community, as the sanctity of life is a foundational tenet of Christian ethics. Psalm 139 verses 13 to 14 beautifully reminds us, "For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." Through pro-life legislation and funding restrictions on organizations promoting abortion, Christians feel encouraged to protect the lives of the unborn. This renewed focus on pro-life policies could help believers advocate for a culture that respects life at all stages, reflecting God's love for every individual. Support for Israel. Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital and move the U.S. embassy there was viewed as a historic move by many Christians who see Israel as central to biblical prophecy. Genesis 12 verse 3 conveys a promise from God to Israel, "I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you." By supporting Israel, Trump has aligned his policies with a view that resonates deeply with many Christians. Continued support of Israel is seen as fulfilling this biblical mandate, and it provides Christians with a sense of alignment with God's purposes for the nation of Israel in his redemptive plan. Empowering the evangelical community. Trump's previous administration openly embraced evangelical leaders, bringing Christian values into the national conversation. Proverbs 29 verse 2 reminds us, "When the righteous thrive, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan." His policies encourage Christians to engage more actively with society, fostering a sense of empowerment to promote biblical values and principles. With this recent victory, there may be a renewed platform for Christians to advocate for societal change based on biblical convictions, potentially creating an environment where righteous principles are upheld. The bad challenges for the Christian witness. Division and partisan allegiances. Trump's presidency has often resulted in deep divisions, not only in the nation but also within Christian communities. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 10 emphasizes unity, urging believers to be perfectly united in mind and thought. However, aligning the Christian faith too closely with a political figure can create divisions that detract from the gospel message. When Christianity becomes too entangled with partisan politics, it risks alienating individuals who might otherwise be open to the gospel. Christians are called to be united in Christ, not divided by political allegiances, so this is a reminder to keep the focus on faith rather than party lines. Risks to Christian integrity and witness. As Christians, it's essential to reflect the character of Christ in all actions, including political support. Jesus taught in Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Trump's communication style and confrontational approach, however, can sometimes conflict with biblical teachings on humility and meekness. When Christian support for Trump appears to overshadow Christ-like behavior, it can become a stumbling block for non-believers who may associate the church more with political support than with the love and grace of Christ. This is an opportunity for Christians to prioritize biblical principles in their public witness, ensuring that political alignment does not compromise their integrity. The temptation of idolatry in leadership. The Bible warns against placing ultimate hope in earthly leaders. Psalm 146 verse 3 advises, "Do not put your trust in princes, in human beings who cannot save." For some Christians, Trump's victory may seem like a hope for national renewal. Yet, it is vital for the church to remember that ultimate trust should be in God alone. By relying too heavily on political power for spiritual outcomes, believers risk making an idol out of human leadership. The church's mission transcends political victories, and true transformation is rooted in God's eternal kingdom. This victory serves as a reminder to prioritize faith in God over allegiance to any political leader. Addressing racial and social reconciliation. Trump's presidency has been a focal point for national conversations on race and social justice, issues the church is also called to address. Galatians 3:28 declares that there is neither Jew nor Gentile, for you are all one in Christ Jesus, highlighting the importance of unity across all cultures. The church is called to exemplify this unity, and this political era presents an opportunity to lead in reconciliation. While Trump's stance may resonate with some Christians, the church must prioritize inclusivity, justice, and the love of Christ in order to reach all people and demonstrate the gospel's power to overcome division. Moving forward, lessons for the church. Trump's recent victory is an opportunity for Christians to examine how their faith intersects with political engagement. As believers, we must always remember that our ultimate mission is not to align with any political agenda, but to represent Christ's kingdom. By reflecting on these lessons, the church can respond with wisdom, unity, and purpose. Renewed focus on gospel unity. In a time of polarization, Christians are called to be united in Christ above all else. Ephesians 4:3 urges, "Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace." By prioritizing the gospel, the church can bridge divides and embody the love that transcends political differences, serving as a testimony to the world of God's reconciling power. Authentic representation of Christ's character. The church must represent Christ faithfully, reflecting humility, love, and truth in political and public interactions. Philippians 2:15 encourages believers to shine among others like stars in the sky. The church's witness depends on demonstrating Christ's character, which should remain unwavering regardless of political climates. Avoiding political idolatry. The church must keep God at the center, remembering that earthly leaders are ultimately limited. Isaiah 40:31 teaches that those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Christians are called to rely on God's power, not human leaders, for lasting change. By remaining rooted in faith, the church maintains its distinctiveness and offers hope that transcends politics. Pursuing racial reconciliation and inclusion. The church is uniquely positioned to model racial reconciliation and unity. John 13:35 says, "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another." In a society divided on many issues, the church's commitment to love and inclusivity will be a powerful witness to the world of the gospel's transformative power. Conclusion. Trump's recent victory offers both opportunities and challenges for the Christian church. While it presents a platform for advocating biblical values, it also reminds believers of the need to place ultimate hope in Christ. As Christians, we must embody God's love, seek unity, and shine as a light in the world. Let us remember Jesus' words in Matthew 6:33. "Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, In this season, may we move forward with a commitment to put God first, trusting Him above all else, and allowing His love to shape our interactions with others in a way that brings lasting hope and peace.